Sometimes I think I married the correct person.
We should be live as soon as this thing changes. I don't know how you streamed last night because I'm not seeing the Han Solo stream. I don't know how you streamed last night because I'm not seeing the Han Solo stream.
It went up.
Okay. And we're live. We're live, not talking about politics. Plan Honshu.
Oh, spoons.
Yeah, spoons would be good. We're also eating on tonight's stream because why the F not? I'll tell you why. There's
a thing in the video manager. It said the stream was maybe still unlisted. I don't know.
It is unlisted because it's not listed until I make it public.
Yep, no, I know. I'm just saying I saw it after the stream somewhere.
Got it. Why does the OBS just randomly... Okay, there we go. Hey, everybody! So Tuesday... God, so when you overcook something that has celery in it, it just turns gelatinous. Don't make a stew with too much overcooked celery. So we're back from Essen, and I have con crud, and I'm currently really drugged up, and Steve he's catching it. So I missed the stream night last night, and I was sleeping, but Steve got to do Han Solo. So thank you everybody that tuned in and watched that, and you're welcome to everybody that's been waiting for him to make a video teaching you how to play Han Solo.
I'm sorry, it was very rambly and slow.
So what I wanted to stream last night was Honshu, which is, I would say, well, it's 100% our most played game from Essen. No. But, I mean, that doesn't really, I don't play a lot of games when I go to cons because I don't have a lot of energy and I'm running around doing a lot of other stuff. So when I do play games, they're shorter games. I think I played like 6 games at the whole convention, and I think 3 of those were Honshu, so there's that. But we really enjoyed this one. Hi, Abadaba. I wanted to review it in the Frankfurt airport because I now have enough plays. I've played it 7 times, because we played it yesterday. So, and I've almost played, I need to play it 3-player and 5-player. But anyway, I guess that is a review in and of itself. It plays 2 to 5 players. It plays really well at 2 players, and we've played it 4 players 3 or 4 times, and it plays really well 4 players. So I'm really excited about it. We're going to play it 2-player here right now. So that's the game. It's doesn't have US distribution yet, but I know there are a lot of companies talking with them. And I just realized there's a cable in front of Steve's face on the camera.
Sorry, there's a dog under the table.
I could tell. Can you tuck the cable behind the thing right there? And normally we do streams at 7:30, but I'm really tired because sickness and Steve is catching it. So we're just going to do this earlier, and it just so happens that the last presidential debate is today. So
wait,
I was like...
You mean we're not going to have any more? Like, the country's going to descend?
Oh, please, no. We're not even talking about it.
Sorry, just the last presidential debate this year.
Anyway, we're going to play. I'm going to teach you right now. So the 2-player rules, there's a very slight variant. So you guys are going to learn the 2-player rules, but I will teach you the rules for 3 to 5 players as well. The rules are very straightforward. We've played this a lot, and I will tell you, we have wanted there to be a playmat because you were like tucking and sliding cards a lot. So a playmat is super helpful for when you're building your cities. So I'm going to be playing on my gorgeous signed Lotus playmat from Jordan and Mandy. How cute are these coasters? Steve got these for us for our streams. And Steve is going to be playing on our signed Eminent Domain mat from Seth Jaffe. Because we like signed playmats. She peed really good for me when I got home.
Okay, she was just hanging out by the door.
Oh, yeah, she hasn't pooped yet. So in the game, you have these resource cubes. Go ahead and dump those out. And then there are 3 different types of cards. There's the main deck, which has, in the corners, it has,
fuzz all over the yard.
Yeah, I brushed Ichi.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, it looks like a sheep exploded.
Yeah, I brushed Ichi's butt. The main deck has these like grid cards, grid icons in the corners. There's 60 cards of that. You're just going to want to shuffle that really well. And then the other type of decks, there are this one, which has little lotus blossoms in the corners. Cherry blossoms. These are, if you're playing point variants, these are different scorecards. You play with one card at a time, and different things, different cards, or different point bonuses. They're explained in the rules, but they recommend you add those in later. So there you go. Then you have this deck that has little people on the back, and these you need for playing. So if you're playing with more than 2 players, you're going to need the numbers for however many players you're playing with. So if you're playing with 4 players, you need the 4 numbers, 5, 5, so on and so forth. If you're playing with 2 players, you don't need the numbers. Okay. Then they have these are score guides. These explain what will get you points at the end of the game, and both sides are exactly the same. So give everybody one of those. And then there are 6 starting cards. So these are like the starting maps. And so there's an A side and there's a B side. The A sides are all symmetrical, so they're all even. And then the B sides are asymmetrical, so they have different like point values essentially. So for your first 2 games, I recommend that you start with the A sides, and there's 6, which is good because that means there's one more than like the max number of players. So you'll always have a little bit of variety. So go ahead and just mix up those cards and then randomly deal 1 to each player. So if you're playing with more players, yeah, whatever you don't need, just go ahead and put back in the box for that. So I'm going to really quickly teach you like the main rules, and then I'll do the 2-player variant. So you have this starting map. What's going to happen is everybody's going to have a hand of 6 cards to start, and you're going to play 12 rounds. So you're going to play one hand of 6 cards, and then after that hand's done, you're going to deal out more cards, and then play that hand of 6 cards. So when you take tricks, you'll end up taking a card. I'll explain that in a minute. But for placement rules, you always have to overlap at least 1 square on your card. And you can either overlap, or you can overlap like that, or you can tuck under if you want. Okay? But you can't just put a card side by side. It has to go over or under another card when you place, at least by 1 square. You can overlap as much as you want, so I could be like, boom, right? That's crazy, but I could do it. The only rule on placement, aside from it has to overlap or underlap, is that you cannot cover up lakes. So the idea is that you are, I guess, bulldozing the countryside, these fields, for building stuff, and you just can't bulldoze a lake. So you can't put the lake under anything, you can't cover a lake at all. But you can put a lake on top of anything else that you want. You can cover literally anything else. It's just a lake that you can't. Okay? So aside from lakes, you have these fields, these yellow fields, which actually are completely useless. They are a tiebreaker at the end of the game. Whoever has the most of these showing will win the tie if there's a tie. Then you have lakes. Lakes at the end of the game, if you have a lake district, for every lake district you have, which is just a bunch of connected lakes, you will get 3 points per lake, not including your first lake. So the first lake is worth 0 points, and then every lake after that is worth 3 points. Then you have forests. Forests are just a bunch of trees. They're worth 2 points per. Nothing else special on that. Then you have these like city block things. So the city block things, at the end of the game, each player's largest city block, like city area, will score 1 point per connected city block.
I found Ichi outside.
So then and this is all explained on this like rule sheet. The last thing that'll score you cards is factories. So there are production squares, and the production squares, the icons just are like squares of a good, and there's a color. When you play a card into your city that has a production square, you take the corresponding cube and you put it on top. So if you're playing with the A sides, every player should start with 2 goods. Then, throughout the game, you'll start acquiring factories. So factories have the icons, but they're like this like star pattern, and they'll give you points. So at the end of the game, if you have the basic resources that that factory wants, you will move 1 cube per factory to there, and every factory that has a cube that it wants will score those points. If you have leftover cubes at the end of the game, they're useless. Okay? So that's placement, and that's points. Alright? So let's talk about the trick-taking part of this game. So everybody, like I said, you start with 6 cards, and what you're going to do if you're playing a 3 or 4 or 5 player game is you are going to deal everybody 6 cards, and then you will play 3 of those cards from that hand, and then you will pass, after 3 rounds, you will pass the remaining cards of the hand to the person on your left. Then you'll play those remaining cards till you have no more, and then you will pass, and then you will get dealt 6 new cards. You will play 3 of those, and then you will pass to the right, and then you will play those cards. So you're going to play 12 cards total to your area, and you always have to place the cards. You can't just be like, I pass. But you will pass hands. So you have to be mindful of making sure that you don't stockpile good cards in your hand, because you're going to be passing whatever's left. So there's that. The other thing is, so in the main, let's do an imaginary 3-player game. So in an imaginary 3-player game, whoever has the first will play 1 card face up. The cards are numbered 1 through 60. See, that's 28. Blurry 28. So let's say I play a 28. Player 2 here plays a 24. And then player 3 here will play a 15. Well, that's not very exciting. There we go. Let's say player 3 played a 53. There we go. So now that everybody has played all their cards, when you play a card, you can, I'll do that in a sec. So after everybody has played all their cards, you look at the numbers, and whoever played the highest number wins that trick. So player number 53 is going to win it, and you rearrange so that you have the correct numbers for descending. So 53, 28, 24. So this is now the drafting order. So the first player gets to pick which of these 3 cards played into the trick they want to add to their city. They'll take it, they'll add it to their city. Then the second player, then the third player. Then this is the turn order for playing cards into the trick for the next round. Easy peasy. The nice little twist is that you're going to have resource cubes in your city on your turn to play a card. When you play a card into the trick, you have the option to play one of your resource cubes into the trick. If you do that, you will add 60 points to your card. So if I did that on this 28, it's now going to be a 88. Yeah. But you have to do it when you play the card. So if you go last, you kind of have this ability to always usurp or take control. However, if somebody else has already played a cube this turn into the trick, the color of your cube must match the previously played cube. So you're basically setting the suit for the trick when you play one in. That's basically the game. For 3 to 5 players, it plays exactly like that. You'll play 12 cards at the end of the 12. At the end, after everybody has played 12 cards, you total up points based on the scorecard that I already discussed, and that's it. That's the game.
There's also the scoring bonus cards, which we won't play with.
Yes, I already pointed those out. Okay. Yeah. So I need another card. Okay, so in the 2-player variant, which I do enjoy. Oh, let's get basic resources. So I start with a yellow and a blue.
I really want to play with those alternate starting cities.
I know. We'll do it after we're not talking on the internet.
Yeah.
So in the 2-player variant, what you're going to do is before every round, you're going to deal out 2 cards, okay? And these are available for drafting from the 2 players. Then each player is going to simultaneously pick a card. So we're each going to pick one, and then we'll reveal simultaneous. I should actually like pick something I want. And then we're ignoring the numbers on these cards. The numbers are the only ones that matter between us to see who gets to pick first. However, whoever is losing when we flip has the option to add a cube secondary. So that's the only difference for 2 players. Like placement and everything else is the same. Kind of early game. Do I want? We're still gonna like exchange cards every round.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Or after 3 cards.
Because you have to keep in mind what you want to play, or what you're playing, if you're playing it to get a card from the metal, or if you're playing it because you want to play it, but also that you don't want to give the cards your opponent wants to them in the second half of the round.
Alright, so I played a 12 and Steve played a 32, so he gets to pick first. And he can pick from any of these 4 cards. He can pick what he played, he can pick what I played.
And
from the 2.
I actually want
gelatinous. You think I would learn not to
it's a little
overcook?
gelatinous.
Yeah, it's because the celery overcooked.
You know what the heck? I think I want the 7. Because of lake reasons.
I didn't email them.
Email who?
People that I'm writing an article for. I think I'm going to take this one. So I take this. It has a production cube on it, so I'll put that. And then these 2 in the 2-player game, because there's going to be extra cards, you just discard them. And then next round, we deal out 2 more. And we play again. And that's like the game. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna flip.
We'll be here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah. We have 1 person watching now. The debates must be more interesting. There's a lot of shows on Wednesday. That's why we normally don't stream on Wednesday. So I get to pick first.
I watch that show on Wednesday, the Puppy Cam show.
The Puppy Cam show, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Trying a new strategy for placement. You know, it's a little gelatinous, but it's still good. The mushrooms are good.
I thought it was interesting. Only the last game we played did we tie.
Yeah.
And the tiebreaker, interestingly enough, is the number of open fields. So they're 0 points, not worth anything except if you tie.
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
this is the last round before we swap hands, which I have to be considerate of. Which is interesting because when we do it, I'll know what he has in his hand.
Yeah, I think it took us a couple games to realize that you will know what the other person can play in that second half of the round.
Mm-hmm. These mushrooms are really good. Yep, you're welcome. Oh, or not. I think I want that one. The thing that I like about this game, I mean, I like a lot about it, but I like that it, like, every time I play a card, it very rarely is it like, oh, I can just play this because it's exactly what I need and I don't mess myself up in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm always having to sacrifice something, I feel.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I have a turn where I'm not sacrificing something.
Like, and also if you're trying to get it so that you're not covering anything up or wasting points, maybe you're taking cards that give you less points, or you're like not fully connecting everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. I always forget to put cubes on the cards when I take them. Which it's important. It's important not to forget to put cubes on, because once you start bidding, because you're spending cubes, you have to. My brain isn't working. You have to remember not to put cubes back on the ones that you spent. My brain doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah. This is a pretty good hand you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Sinuses. I think I want to play this.
Oh, I forgot to put that one. Oh, so we played the same card.
What is Gina doing? Why is that door open?
Why is your door open?
I don't know when my door is open. Steve has forgotten that it's no longer summer.
Look, I worked really hard to remember to always leave this open during the summer, okay?
And now you have to unteach yourself. I think, let's see how the us plus board game looks on this. It's alright.
You could do the big board game.
It's a little dark today.
Is that because I messed with the brightness settings?
Maybe. What are you picking? What you picking? Interesting. So, Steve, how was your first Essen?
My first Essen was fantabulous.
Fantabulous, eh?
Yeah. No, first Essen was really great. It was overwhelming. Met lots and lots of people. Was exposed to lots of games that I'd never really heard of. A lot of them that had sort of different inspirations from a lot of the like American publishers or designers. That was really cool. It is apparently puppy playtime.
Yeah. Hey. Ichi, I don't know how to... Alright. I'm ready. I'm so tired. I'm gonna sleep so good after this stream, guys. You don't even know.
Don't even know.
Yesterday, I fell asleep at like 7 p.m. and I slept until like 8 a.m. Hey! No! Hey! I'm telling Steve off. Why are you drooling so much? Because you're mean. Okay. I get to play a cube, jerk.
The gelatinous cube?
Yeah. I get to play a cube because I really want this card. And you can't do anything about it. Because it's a two-player game. It's a two-player game. So I'm going to do... Oh, you didn't see that, even though you had those cards before. I'm going to do that.
And then what am I supposed to do? Cry?
Mm-hmm. And now you pick. Don't worry about them. I mean, I could do like that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Alright. Last card.
Before we flop the round.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Do you want to play cube?
You can win it.
I can win it, eh? Well, thank you for letting me so generously win it.
Yeah.
Do that. We should pipe some music in. It's so quiet tonight. So, our plan is to stream as much as possible all the new shiny games we got from Essen. So I think we'll be doing 2 streams a week for the next couple of weeks.
I'm really excited about doing that. There's some games that I'm really excited to play.
Mm-hmm. So what are we playing tomorrow? I think...
so one thing I was curious... So I got Airborne Commander, which is a solo deck builder. Mm-hmm. And I would like to stream that. I'm going to play it first so I can learn it, so I can teach it quickly. We were talking about doing solo streams, so would you be interested in being on the stream for it as well?
For what?
Airborne Commander. At least for part of it.
What would I be doing? Making snide remarks?
Yeah, making snide remarks, chatting.
I mean, I could, but...
I don't know, it's up to you.
I could be instead editing Essen vlogs. Or just sleeping, honestly. Last night, I think while you were streaming, I woke up like a couple times. But mostly because I was cold. Or like you were doing something and you were cussing. Like you knocked something over at one point. I remember.
I'm gonna lose this game.
You are gonna lose this game. I mean, no, you're not. Wow, this hand is horrible. You're gonna really enjoy this hand. 51.
What?
I think I'll take this amazing city Lakeville.
Which is interesting. I need to play the cube before I realize that she really wants that card.
Oh, did you want to play the cube?
No, but I mean, like, it's a timing thing. I need to play that before I'm like, oh, you want that card? I'm gonna play a cube to take it. Like, that's not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. I have to figure out where to put it.
Story of my life.
Inappropriate. I think I forgot to put a thing on that. Because I've only used one cube and that one's empty. The problem is I take the cards because I want them because of point things, but I don't really have a good place to put them when I take them. I don't think it through, people. Oh, well, I'm covering... That's a simple solution. Is it? It is. I can do that. Cool. So yeah, I think tomorrow we're either going to play La Granja No Siesta, the dice game, or Cottage Garden. I don't know. Should we do another Cottage Garden? Like with this setup? I think the one that we did, while awkward in its ending, I think it was fine. What is this hand?
I think a Cottage Garden stream would be interesting, 3 or 4 player, because...
Well, we did...
Oh, no, we did 3 player, yeah. Just to kind of show how it's different from, like, Patchwork or whatever.
It's... The one we did is pretty dark.
Yeah, it would be...
But
also
I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think it's fine. We could do a better quality one if people ask, but I think it's fine. You pick. Because I don't... Goodness. Do I want to play a cube? I don't know, Tiffany. Do you want to play a cube? I think I do not.
Oh no, Matt. makes my city slide really easy.
Your map makes the city slide really easily. You're all excited about playing with a map. I could do that.
You need the little parasol from...
I think this might be a little better. If only I can figure out how to play it. I'll play it like that. Okay. Boop. And we have... What?
Never mind.
Okay. Yes. 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 Yeah. Thank you, David, for saying that we're more interesting. Zena's hunting for something. So yeah, we have like a whole bunch of games to stream. We basically will not be looking for new content to stream for quite a while.
It's just interesting because we had a couple months there where we were like poking around in game stores and looking for used stuff and like seeing if there would be new interesting things, and then we now have this whole avalanche of new interesting things.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about all the titles that we got. There's definitely some that I am more excited about. So we'll have to use the poll method to figure out what we stream on some nights. I like blocked that part of that city off. I need to start getting more factories. Alright. So this is the last set of 3. Just passed again. And we're like 3/4 of the way done. There you go. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Just cover up with that cube.
Interesting.
Oh, this is a great hand now.
Yeah, it was super awesome. No cards above 20 on the hand. You want to play cube?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to this one. Which is perfect.
You fell into my trap or something.
Something. Yeah, your dog.
Is that a fact?
When Xena disappears, I worry. Just slightly. She went behind you somewhere.
She's just under the table.
Oh, okay. Holy cow, you've got a giant lake district.
Yep.
You were going to destroy me on lake points. Oh, and you have a city going with it? Oh, God. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
You gonna play cube?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that. See, aren't they pretty? It's just a pretty game.
It's a gorgeous game.
I love how travel friendly it is. Like, this box could be half the size, really. My only negative about this game...
Covering up that cube.
My only negative about this game is that it needs a score pad.
Yep.
Or like an app or something. Because scoring it is kind of tedious.
One thing also, I thought Maggie had a good point. Maggie bought when we were playing it 4-player. That she would like
you
it.
win. Do I want to play cube?
I do not want to play cube.
Well, you can't. I'm winning it.
With a 10?
No, you can't play a cube because you are winning it.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. But that the score cards.
Do you need to go outside, Cena?
She just went over to the baby game part.
She probably wants to go in there. I played a cube, so I get to go first. So I did.
Isn't it 2 cubes in 2-player?
You're right.
We've been playing wrong this whole time.
That's fine. I have extra cubes. That's totally fine. Yes. There. I have uncheated myself. And I will do
Okay,
that.
I will take this card.
I guess there's no point difference between doing that there or that up here. Except for covering a forest, which is bad. Yeah, I'll do that here. Yeah, I taught the game wrong, everybody. Whoops! If you are playing in 2-player, you have to spend 2 cubes to, like, win the trick. So there you go. Okay, so that was the hands. So now we score. So, this is where we wish there was a score up. So usually we just use calculators on phones.
I have a grand total of 2 forests. Yeah, my score is pretty, it's going to be pretty swingy this game. Usually I get like 20-ish points on city, and then like 10-ish on forests.
So you get 2 points per forest, so I get 12 points on forests, and you get...
Yeah, my last score was 61. I get 4 points on forests.
Okay. Then the next one is your largest contiguous city. So 1 point per tile. Or, yeah.
Yeah, only 15. I usually get 20-ish.
Wow, I only got 52. You're going to kick my butt with your legs. Then you deliver your cubes to the factories. So every cube that you have left, you just try and deliver it to the thingies that want it. I was like, did I miscalculate? What? Like, ensuring that I have enough cubes for all the factories that want them. Oh, I totally did have one there. Dang it.
17 points from factories.
You're totally gonna win. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 26 from factories.
And then 27 from lakes.
Shiznit.
63. I think my best score was 65, and I went like a heavy city strategy, trying to build a big continuous city, so that's cool.
Oh my goodness, I think I squeaked it out. Because I get 6 points from this lake and 6 points from this lake. That's 12 points from lake.
65! No!
65! Booyah!
Wait, you got 26 from factories?
Yeah.
Oh, because you got quads. You got quads for days.
I was focusing on like a lot of factories and cities. So yeah, that's like my best scoring game. 65. Oh. And that's Honshu 2-player. Like, we're done. I taught it to you and we played it in less than 40 minutes. So there you go.
Yeah, you were going for cities. I was focusing on getting factories and then having a big contiguous lake. Yeah, you like can't neglect any of the types of scoring.
I'm not sure what you said yes please to, David, because there's a delay and my brain is so not working correctly.
Was the yes please to cottage garden again?
I have no idea. David, what is the yes please to? Otherwise, there we go, that's Honshu. Shortest stream ever, I guess. Thank you for tuning in and watching. We will hopefully be back on tomorrow night, streaming something else from Essen. Potentially, Lorenzo Il Magnifico. That was another one that was a potential for tomorrow. Basically, I am still suffering from con crud, and we believe Steve is starting to come down with it now as well. So brain power is at a minimum in this house.
Do you want to do a bonus stream of Small Star Empires?
No.
It is a 10-minute game.
It's a 10-minute game?
Plus teaching.
I was really looking forward to going to the couch and sleeping.
Sorry, it's 15 minutes.
Plus teaching. I was really looking forward to going to the couch and taking a nap.
You can go to the couch and take a nap. You would want to do a new stream anyway, right?
Yeah, I'd have to do a new stream and a new thumbnail.
I can do all that work stuff.
Alright, we have 4 people watching. You 4 people. Do you want us to do another stream tonight in like the next 10 minutes for Small Star Empires? Let us know in the chat now while I break down this game and Steve sort of sets that one up. If the majority of you want us to do another stream tonight, we will. We just have to shut this one down and make a new thumbnail and then start that one up. But the link is like exactly the same.
Oh, also,
so if you just hang out here, I think it just works.
Speaking of games, Small Star Empires included a score pad and a pencil. Included a pencil. Okay. All right, I'm gonna fiddle.
Sam Harmon says no. Go get sleep. So that's one vote. 1 of 4. Sam wants me to get sleep so that I have enough energy to edit the vlogs.
And maybe do like Lorenzo or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Tomorrow I don't have anything to do except for rest and edit a ton of video, but mostly just rest. Okay, so Xena found a Chewy, and Ichi is just laying, like, with her head on the floor, just staring at Xena while she works on the Chewy. It's very funny. It's very cute. I believe you might be able to get this game, if you're interested, you might be able to get Honshu from Fun Again Games for a little while. I don't know if they're sold out yet. Or Miniature Market. So that's that one. It's from Lapita, Finland. It's a Finnish game, essentially.
I almost figured out how to pronounce it. It's like Lautapelit.
Lautapelit. It's from the same company that does Eclipse. Interesting enough.
And wasn't there something... There's some other games that they had. There was one other one that was...
We got Dokmas, which is another one from them, which I'm pretty excited about as well. So, Sam is right, you deserve sleep. That's 2. That's 2 of 4. I'm excited.
Okay, well, that probably means sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can be yellow.
Alright, thank you for watching, David and Sam, and anybody else that's watching.
David and Sam. These streams are fun.
They are really fun. Thank you. It was a last-second thing. If you're interested in seeing whenever we do these last-second streams, especially because we have a very large stack of Essen releases to go through, the best way to keep up with them is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link somewhere on this page. I have no idea.
Mad bonus says sleep, so that's 3 votes for sleep.
That's 3 votes for sleep. Thank you guys. So, you can subscribe on YouTube and you'll get notifications when we go live, or you can follow me on Twitter, and I'll tweet when we are going to go live, but the notifications from YouTube seem to be the best. So, yeah. Alright, well then we will see you tomorrow night for a stream of some game that we decide to play tomorrow that is from Essen. So,
and that will be fun.
Yeah, watch out on Twitter to find out what game that is. Okay. Good night.
Good night, Internet.